Hi and welcome to OTC. I'm your host, Buddy1927. Today we are continuing our discussion on skills and perks. This is part 2, and we are going to be finishing up the skills part of the skills and perks. Basically we'll be talking about the driver skills and the radio operator skills. I have a new web camera, so hopefully you get to see me a little bit more clearer, and as you can see, I also shaved. So hopefully I won't frighten your children or your animals no more with that big ugly beard I have. The other thing is I do have a new program that allows me to videotape PowerPoints and present them in a video process. So I'm going to be using that today to help make it a lot more clear. Now on the NAFTA website, I have added a PowerPoint section under the media section on our clan website. One thing that's going to allow us to do is put up PowerPoints like this one here. This one would be OTC E17, which corresponds with the episode. But I'm also going to get with CW and a couple of other clan officers and try to set up some training PowerPoints so clan members can actually go to the website, download the PowerPoint onto their computer and read the PowerPoint, and hopefully help explain some tactics and techniques that will allow us to do in the training. But today we're talking about OTC, and we're talking about the skills of the driver and the radio operators. So let's go on to the PowerPoint. Okay, basically our basic layout on this PowerPoint is this section right here is the name of the person who can learn that skill, and this skill is clutch braking, and it's the driver that can learn this skill. Now to the left here, the name of the skill or perk. This one's clutch braking, but that's where I will put the name of the skill or perk that's right there. Underneath there is a description of the skill and perk right there. This is the icon for that skill or perk, which would be presented right there. Let me get rid of some of these green lines. Okay, and down below would be the equipment and consumables. Basically, the name of basically the icon and the name of that equipment or consumable that can be used along with this skill or perk. Okay, so let's talk about clutch braking. Clutch braking enables the driver to increase the traverse speed or the rotation speed of the vehicle. Basically, for every percentage of that skill that he learns, he increases it by 0.05%. Basically, once he reaches 100% in the skill, he can increase the traverse speed by 5%. The traverse speed is accumulative with any installed additional Garage, which only are available on the German line tanks. It also is cumulative with any regular or premium consumables. They include removed speed governor, lean-less oil, quality oil, 100% octane, or 105% octane. Basically, this skill is useful for fast tanks that are not already plenty fast. It's also useful on heavy tanks that really turn slow, such as the Soviet KV line. It's also useful for non-turning vehicles, most like the tank destroyer and Arty. Okay, the next skill that we are learning is also by the driver. It's called Smooth Ride. Smooth Ride enables the driver to reduce the penalty of the accuracy in the shot depression that applies when the shot is made while the vehicle is moving. Basically, for every percent of that skill that he learns, he increases his percentage of accuracy by 0.04%. Once he has learned 100%, he increases his accuracy by 4%. This is very useful if you have the vertical stabilizer equipped on your vehicle. Smooth Ride is primarily helpful for fast tanks that like to circle or flank, but it's also useful for tanks who do peekaboo shooting, basically shooting around the corner. To be clear, smooth ride is a skill that improves the accuracy of the shot made while the vehicle is moving. Another skill that we talked about in the last episode, which is learned by the gunner, is called snapshot. This also works with smooth ride. Basically, with snapshot, as the turret's moving, increases your accuracy. So if you got your turret moving and your vehicle moving at the same time, increases your accuracy even more. Both snapshot and smooth ride are recommended for the best battle performance, particularly for medium tanks or the tanks player that likes to basically run and shoot at the same time. Okay, the next skill is also for the driver. It's called OffRoad Driving. I kind of like this icon. I'm still trying to figure out why there's a crown here and why there's a pillow underneath this thing. I guess if you have off-road driving, you're the king of the road and you ride on a pillow. I don't know. Basically, the off-road driving skill enables the driver to reduce the terrain resistance penalty that applies to the vehicle's maneuverability and acceleration when moving over soft or wet grounds or terrain other than the road. Soft or wet ground effectiveness is progressed by 0.1% point for every skill level he earns. Basically, once you reach 100%, it increases your effectiveness by 10%. There's no effect driving on roads, cobblestone, or asphalt. When driving on other roads other than the terrain effectiveness, the progress actually is only increased by 0.025% or 0.25% when the driver reaches the skill. This skill is also cumulative with additional growth. It's plenty helpful on fast tanks that rely on speed, but it can also be a good choice on slower tanks to help them compensate. Okay, the next skill we're learning is also by the driver. It's called control impact. The control impact enables the driver to decrease the damage caused by ramming to your vehicle and increases the damage caused by ramming if your vehicle is the one in motion at the time of impact. The effectiveness of this is 0.15% for every skill level he has earned. Up to 100, when he reaches 100%, it's 15%. So basically, he receives either 15% less damage if he is impacted, or he increases his damage by 15% to the other tank. This also works in conjunction with the spall liner. This is primarily helpful with heavy tanks and medium tanks that have high frontal armor, with the exception of the slowest heavy tanks. Good to have if you enjoy the sport of arty hunting. Okay, we are now moving on to the radio operator skills. Our first skill is signal boosting. The signal booster skill enables the radio operator to extend the signal range of your vehicle's radio. The effective is progressed by 0.2% for every percent of that skill learned. Basically, once he reaches 100%, it increases your signal range by 20%. Now, if you have two radio operators in the same vehicle, and they have the same skill, the higher skill level training percentage is applied. So if you have two radio operators, only have one of them learn signal boosting. This is primarily helpful in SPGs and Scouts. Okay, the next skill we are learning is also for the radio operator. It's called Situational Awareness. The Situational Awareness enables the radio operator to extend the view range of the tank. Basically, for every percent that he has learned in this thing, he gains 0.03%. Once he reaches 100%, he increases the range by 3% of the viewing range of the tank. Now, if you have two radio operators in your tank, only have one learn this skill, because it does not increase it by 6%, If you have two, whichever one has the highest of the two, that's what it takes. So if you have two, have one learn signal boosting and the other one learn situational awareness. The effect of situational awareness skill is cumulative with that of the commander's recon skill. This skill has a higher bonus to the view range than the recon under normal circumstances, but does not do anything to correct the penalty for the damage observed by the optic device. The last skill we are learning today, also for the radio operator, is relaying. The relaying skill enables the radio operator to extend the signal range of all allied vehicles within the vehicle radio range coverage. I got a little thing to show you here. This little thing here gives you an idea of, this here basically gives you an idea of what the signal range is. So if you're here and it just extends it from one vehicle to the other vehicle to the other vehicle. Basically it increases by 0.1% for every level that he learns, up to a maximum of 10% once he reaches 100%. The skill range has no effectiveness upon your own signal range. If you have two radio operators, only have one of them learn it, because the second one, it will just be wasted on that. Okay, that concludes the skill of the skills and perks. As you can see in our next episode, we'll be going over all the perks that the crew members can learn. I hope the way this PowerPoint was presented helped make it a little easier to understand how the skills work in conjunction with consumables and equipment and other skills and perks that are available. This reminder, if you like this PowerPoint and you want a copy of it, you can go to our website at NAFTAwot.weebly.com. It's under the media section under PowerPoints. This episode is called OTC E17. And for a reminder of the NAFTA clan members, as soon as I get together with CW and the other senior officers, we hope to have several training PowerPoints set up for you to help learn this game and help with your training in the NAFTA clan. I'd like to thank you again for watching this episode of OTC. If you like it, please like us on YouTube. If you can, save me some tanks on the battlefield. You all have a good day.